Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news coming straight out of Los Angeles. And trust me, you are going to want to hear every second of this. Just when you thought the Lakers were done, Rob Pelinka makes another unexpected move that could reshape their front court rotation entirely. But here's the real twist. The implications of this signing go way beyond Jackson Hayes. We're talking chemistry, depth strategy, and even whispers about the next potential deal on the table. And what's even crazier, there's one name being mentioned behind the scene, a name that ties directly to the Lakers' last championship run. So stick with me, because over the next few minutes, we're breaking down not only the what, but the why behind this surprising Lakers decision. Before we dive in, if you're passionate about real-time NBA updates with accuracy and depth, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is your go-to source for everything going down behind the scenes across the league. Let's get into it. We have significant news developing from Los Angeles. According to league sources, the Lakers have taken another step toward solidifying their front court depth, officially bringing back a familiar face at the center position. Just 24 hours after addressing their need for a starting big man, the organization has now locked in a key reserve for the rotation. League sources tell The Athletic that free agent center Jackson Hayes has agreed to return to the Lakers on a one-year deal. The agreement was finalized earlier today between Hayes' representatives, Bill Duffy and Marilyn Harrison of WME Basketball, and Lakers president Rob Pelinka. The Lakers front office, led by Pelinka, has now added 2 centers in back-to-back days, indicating a clear priority to strengthen their front court ahead of training camp. While the specific financial details of Hayes' contract have yet to be disclosed, including whether it utilizes the biannual exception or another mechanism, the deal reflects the team's intention to retain athleticism and rim protection off the bench. Hayes, who previously played in Los Angeles during the 2023-24 campaign, averaged just under 7 points, 5 rebounds, and nearly 1 block per game last season. Although his role fluctuated depending on the health of the roster, particularly during stretches without Anthony Davis, Hayes was relied upon in several critical stretches during the regular season. There was uncertainty entering free agency regarding whether the Lakers would pursue a reunion. Hayes was expected to explore the open market and gauge interest from teams potentially offering larger roles or long-term deals. Still, the Lakers maintained communication, and the decision was ultimately made to bring him back in a reserve role, potentially as the primary backup behind newly acquired big man DeAndre Ayton. Sources indicate that head coach J.J. Redick valued Hayes' energy and rim-running ability in limited minutes, though he was largely out of the playoff rotation due to the team's shift toward small ball lineup. Even so, the Lakers' coaching staff recognized Hayes' locker room presence, defensive versatility, and willingness to fit into a defined role. The move to retain Hayes raises questions about what's next. There's speculation that Los Angeles may not be done. Additional front court depth could still be on the radar, with veterans such as Al Horford and Nick Richards rumored to be of interest. In that scenario, Hayes could potentially slot in as a third-string option, depending on how the rest of the offseason unfolds. As Pelinka and the Lakers front office evaluate all available options, one thing is clear: this front court rotation is taking shape quickly. Hayes' return adds a level of familiarity and continuity, something the Lakers have lacked in recent years amid frequent roster turnover. More updates to come as free agency continues to evolve. For now, the Lakers have made another calculated move, one that gives them flexibility while reinforcing a critical position on the depth chart. League sources tell The Athletic that the Lakers front office remains active and strategic as free agency continues. After re-signing center Jackson Hayes to a one-year deal, questions are already surfacing about whether this closes the door on their pursuit of veteran bigs like Al Horford, or whether more moves could follow. While there's no definitive answer yet, multiple league insiders expect the Lakers to remain engaged on the market for additional front court depth. As previously reported, Los Angeles had been evaluating a wide array of backup center options. And although Hayes' return offers continuity and athleticism, the team may not view him as the final piece. Hayes' new deal, negotiated by agents Bill Duffy and Marilyn Harrison of WME Basketball, reunites him with a Lakers roster that has changed significantly since the end of last season. The move also follows a recent trend of Los Angeles reinforcing their interior, both with the addition of a new starting center, DeAndre Ayton, and now Hayes as a rotational presence. Interestingly, discussion surrounding Hayes has been ongoing since before the offseason. A Reddit thread from several months ago highlighted fans debating his long-term viability as a full-time starter alongside Luka Doncic. Some believed his pick-and-roll chemistry and rim-running potential fit well with the team's offensive philosophy. Others saw him strictly as a bench piece with upside. While opinions differ, Hayes' stint last season post-Anthony Davis injury stretch was widely seen as a productive run. Despite his limited role in the playoffs under coach J.J. Redick, Hayes flashed value as an athletic lob threat and help defender, qualities the Lakers have sought to retain. Hayes is entering his age 25 season, and with experience next to Doncic and LeBron James, he checks key boxes for a team that values familiarity and system fit. He isn't known for dominant rebounding, but alongside Ayton, one of the league's elite rebounders, his limitations are less exposed. The bigger question, will the Lakers keep adding to the front court? There's still speculation surrounding possible trades for Charlotte's Nick Richards or a potential veteran signing like Al Horford. But with Hayes now in the fold, the urgency to pursue another backup big might have lessened. Some executives suggest Hayes and Richards bring similar skill sets, and Hayes could match or even surpass Richards' production if given consistent minutes. That said, the Lakers' current depth chart leaves some room for interpretation. With Hayes backing up Ayton and Maxi Kleber offering stretch 5 flexibility, the front court still lacks size beyond those core options. Jared Vanderbilt provides energy and defensive versatility, but he's undersized for center. Jake LaRavia, more of a hybrid forward, adds depth but doesn't solve the size issue. Sources around the league say this move either signals that the Lakers aren't confident in pulling off a larger trade, or that they're positioning themselves for another front-court transaction. If another deal is coming, it could include a lower-usage rim protector to pair with Hayes in a deeper rotation. While details of Hayes' contract are still being finalized, including whether the biannual exception was used, expectations are that it will fall in the $5 to $6.5 million range. That would place him in a cost-effective, low-risk role with potential upside if he develops further under Redick's system. For now, Jackson Hayes returns to Los Angeles with a chance to solidify his spot, possibly as the team's backup center or even as a third-string option depending on what comes next. Regardless, Rob Pelinka's front office appears far from finished. More moves are expected in the coming days, and the Lakers continue to explore all avenues to strengthen their roster ahead of training camp. Stay tuned for updates as the Lakers' off-season strategy continues to unfold. As the Lakers continue reshaping their roster during free agency, there's an additional note worth highlighting outside of Jackson Hayes' return. And while not directly connected to his deal, it does relate to the broader conversation around centers and legacy. Earlier this week, veteran big man Dwight Howard resurfaced in headlines after sharing his perspective on the ongoing debate regarding the Lakers' 2020 NBA championship inside the Orlando bubble. Howard, who played a key rotational role in that title run, responded to lingering skepticism about the legitimacy of that title. In his remarks, Howard noted that criticism of the 2020 championship is often rooted less in basketball specifics and more in the teams involved, namely the Lakers and LeBron James. According to Howard, detractors continue to discredit that title simply because it was won by a high-profile franchise and a polarizing superstar. He argued that external factors, such as the lack of fans in the stands, didn't diminish the difficulty of that run, but may have made it more mentally taxing for players on both sides. His comments come at an interesting time, particularly with the Lakers again focusing on the center position in free agency. Howard's name had previously been linked to potential returns in recent seasons, though those discussions have cooled. Still, the conversation surrounding his championship year and its lasting legacy continues to generate discussion across the league. While unrelated to Hayes' new deal, the mention of Howard, a former Laker who contributed to the franchise's last title, adds an extra layer of historical context to the current Lakers roster-building effort. The franchise's ongoing work to balance championship expectations with depth and chemistry has long been a defining feature of their team-building philosophy. That'll wrap the update for now. We'll continue monitoring all movement around Los Angeles as Rob Pelinka and the front office remain active. More news on possible additions at the center spot and elsewhere is expected in the coming days. Stay tuned to The Athletic for real-time coverage as the Lakers' off-season strategy unfolds.